is, operating. And so take your time and educate us on the new land law. I mean, that protects buyers of land from fraudsters, including chiefs. Because some of the chiefs themselves, sell lands to multiple people and all that. I know that there's an area where it talks about a fine of 180,000 Ghana cedis or a jail term of up to 15 years applicable. And what circumstances do these laws apply? Help us appreciate it. I mean, so the law says if care is not taken, if you do fraudulent acts when it comes to the sale of land, you can be in prison for up to 15 years, and then you might also be made to pay a fine of 180,000. What does the new land law really say in terms of this?
Yes, Dave. The land law, as Sam said, is a consolidation of several laws that were made, some in 1960, 1980, that has been brought together.
Okay.
So it is nothing new, only that some of the provisions have been tightened, some have been included. We all know that chiefs give problems to a lot of people who acquire land.
I don't find myself in trouble, so some chiefs.
Some chiefs, yes. Some chiefs. You buy land today, tomorrow you want to go onto the land to develop. You see another person also claiming to be the owner of the same land.
Yeah.
But it is someone who sold the land to these two individuals. And so the law provides that it is illegal, it is a criminal offense for anybody to sell the same land to two or more persons.
Okay.
And the reason is simple, that if I have plot number 1, block D, Kasi, and I transfer the land to Mr. O, I don't have the same land to transfer to any other person again. And so in law, we say that you cannot give what you do not have. And so the moment you transfer the land, you are no longer the owner of the land.
That is the chief?
That is the chief.
Okay.
That interest that you transferred is gone.
Okay.
And so the moment you try to transfer it to another person, it means that you are committing an offense. You are trying to pretend to be the owner of the land when you are actually not the owner. And so once you do that and you take a second person's money, it means you've committed an offense.
And that's how come the 180,000 fine or the up to 15 years jail term applies.
You
didn't say my law, though.
Forgive me.
You didn't say my law, though. Yeah, you didn't say my law, though.
He's in a courtroom.
I have court to this morning, so
I understand. Yeah.
My mind. So if you look at Section 12 of the Land Act,
okay.
And Dave, let me take, it's not much. Let's go through protection of land and interest in land.
Okay.
It says that a person who has no interest in land, if you do not have interest in land, you may have been the owner of the land, but once you transfer it to a different person, you've lost that interest.
Okay.
And so Section 12(1)(b) says that a person who has no interest in land and has no interest in land and BI extorts money or other benefit from a person who has an interest in land or prevents a developer from developing the land commits an offense.
Okay.
And is liable on summary conviction to a term of imprisonment of not less than 5 years and not more than 15 years.
Okay.
Yes. So if you don't have an interest in land and you try to prevent the person from undertaking any development of the land, you have committed an offense.
So here, when you talk about the person who is preventing somebody from developing a land that he has acquired legitimately,
yes,
the law says you can be in prison for 5 to 15 years.
Yes.
Now, let's say I have acquired my land.
Yes.
Okay. Now, but before I even ask this question, the earlier one I asked a question on, where you try to explain to us as to under circumstances where the 180,000 will be paid or the up to 15 years imprisonment will be paid and all that. Where we know that a chief has sold one particular land to multiple people. If I have bought the land genuinely from a chief, and that chief has unscrupulously sold the land to another person,
yes,
if I find out, I should not go bring land guards. I should not pick up machetes on the land and fight, because that's what some people do. They fight on the site. I should rather leave Boko, Go to the chief and tell the chief that, chief, the land you gave me, somebody is also developing the land.
Yes.
He doesn't give you any tangible reason as to why the person is there. Go to court. That's what it is.
That is it.
We should not fight over land.
There's no need to
at
fight.
the site.
There's no need to fight. Sometimes people say that he has stolen my land. Land does not move. So if you say that somebody has stolen your land, it means he has taken it away. But the land is where it is.
Okay.
So land cannot be stolen.
So instead of fighting over land on the site where machetes and guns are fired and all that, go to court on your matter.
Yes.
The law protects you. It's as simple as that.
As simple as that.
Now, again, you were talking about people who, somebody who want to prevent the developer from developing the land.
Yes.
Okay. And that one, the law says, well, it's between 5 to 15 years jail term. In that same regard, for example, that I buy a land from a chief, and let's say the chief dies.
Yes.